What's up, everybody? It's Zack McCarley, and I'm back with another training session for the Clydesdale Games. So you might be wondering, why is he putting up another video of the same event? This is simulating a tire flip stone shoulder medley. Real basic answer, I just forgot my video camera the day before when I was training different events. And I thought this video had a couple highlights that I think everybody needs a little bit reminding of. Everybody seems to get too complicated with their training. They want to do 80% followed by 90% followed by 80, then 75, then 94, be super precise, all these things. But this training session is just taking one of the most basic principles and utilizing it, which is progression. Okay, if you want to get better, you have to just put yourself under a little bit more stress, a little bit different stress. The only thing I changed in this workout was I added 10 pounds to the clean. So last time I did this event, I did 185 pound clean and a 115 pound stone. This time I've bumped the clean weight up to 195 and I'm doing the same stone, 115 to shoulder. And so you may be familiar with the structure of this workout, you may not be. It consists of 3 rounds of 12 reps each, then 9 reps each, then 6 reps each. And it's for time. Like I said, I had forgotten the camera the day before, but something I didn't mention was that this workout was actually delayed 2 or 3 days. And that was because I was recovering, and I wasn't injured, but I was actually just trying to recover from how hard I had trained the day before. And that's something that's the second major thing that I think I'm going to talk about in this video, is being wise. You got to be wise with your training. You got to be true with yourself. You got to be honest and know exactly how physically exerted you are when you do multiple days of training in a row at an intense level of training. So before, I was doing 2 events a day, and mentally I was completely fine with that. Physically, I felt fine with it on the day of, but the next day I woke up and I just felt like absolute trash. It was hard to walk. I could barely even bend over and touch my toes without there being pain in my back. That's a pretty terrible feeling. And so I got into the gym, rolled out, stretched out, took about an hour to warm up, and started doing some cleans trying to get this workout. And instantly, even with 135 on the cleans, I felt like somebody was behind me pushing me forward on my toes. I couldn't sit back properly, and it just felt terrible. Like that's all there is to that. And I honestly believe that was because I overexerted myself a little bit. I jumped back into training too hard for my body. It all really does tie back into being wise, training smart. And that's one of the hardest things that I've come across in my career, is that is an absolute necessity. You have to be smart enough to have the longevity to get to an elite level if that's what you want to do. If you want to just have fun, then you go have fun. You don't necessarily have to show up to every workout. You're just having fun with it, whatever. A couple other things that you can see is I'm wearing a belt. That actually did help for about the first round. And the second round it started to slip up a little bit. Probably saw me playing around with it once or twice, and by the end of the second round it was more hurting than anything else, because it was restricting my breathing quite a bit, because it had slid up around my lower ribs and I couldn't really get a full breath in. So it was like getting something squeezed around your gut. Most of the people watching this video know what it's like to wear a belt. We'll try wearing a belt for 4 minutes and 36 seconds while you're doing a conditioning workout like this, and you're bent over half of the workout. It's obviously going to hurt you a little bit. I think the last thing I'm going to talk about is Clydesdale Games in general. I think it's going to be a great show. I'm really excited to be a part of it, and I think it's going to bring CrossFitters and strongmen a little bit closer together. It's going to give a lot of CrossFitters a little bit of exposure to strongman and give them a little bit more respect for the weights that we're moving, because honestly this is a really light contest for a strongman, and I think it's going to give strongmen a little bit more appreciation for CrossFit, because you know, all these events have 5 or 6 minute time caps, and you know, to be honest, most strongmen are, everybody's going to hate me for saying it, but poorly conditioned compared to CrossFitters. Granted, we have to move a lot more weight, we have to do this, we have to do that, we're under more strain, but you get an average strongman moving around for 5 or 6 minutes at a time, and they're going to be gassed no matter what the weight is. And I think a lot of strongmen are going to realize that and have a little bit more appreciation for CrossFit. Me personally, I don't think I've ever had a hang up with CrossFit, and I've never met any CrossFitters that didn't have anything but respect for strength athletes. But I have heard a lot of people talk about that. A lot of people talk about, oh, CrossFit's stupid, you know, and I really don't agree with that. But you know, people are going to talk. People like to talk, and maybe they like to, you know, get their stresses out to other people. Maybe they like to sound smart. Maybe they like to belittle others to make themselves feel better. Whatever it is, I really don't care, because that's really not my opinion. So I just don't associate myself with those kind of people. But anyway, so like I said, I got 436 in this workout. I thought that was pretty decent considering it was scaled down quite a bit. I need to get my hands on a little bit heavier stone and an actual tire so I can gauge this a little bit more accurately and work on it a little bit more. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comment box below or send me a PM. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, Zack McCarley, and Strength Crew TV. And I'll catch you all on strengthcrew.com/forums or my Facebook athlete page. Hope you enjoyed the video, and catch you next time. Later.